Hello everyone, and welcome to Noodle Journey, your destination for detailed and informative reviews of the instant noodle universe. And today I'm reviewing one of those ramen products that I see pop up in my targeted ads all the time. This is Immi's black garlic chicken flavor ramen. Chicken in quotes, by the way. Before we get started, please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel if you enjoy these reviews. So yeah, I honestly can't go on Facebook without getting an ad from Immi. They're a ramen company based in California, founded in 2019, whose motto is Instant Ramen Reinvented. See, they engineered a healthier, more nutritious instant ramen product. That's their whole claim to fame. Your average instant ramen is, let's be honest here, junk food, and is pretty nutritionally barren unless you add your own healthy ingredients after the fact. Now, I'm not a nutritionist and don't count my carbs or proteins or macros or anything like that. This would be a wildly different channel if I did those things. But of course, a lot of people do track those, and this is offering those of you who care about such things a lower carb, higher protein, medium sodium series of products that are both vegan and keto friendly. And you may be thinking to yourself, hey, that sounds great. I should just buy Immi and eat that all the time. But all of that R&D in food science and extra nutrition comes with a price. A $6 per pack price. This tiny little 2.4 ounce package costs $6 in grocery stores. And I don't mean $6 for a multi-pack, I mean $6 for just this one thing. You can buy these and Immi's other flavors individually at supermarkets like Wegmans, Sprouts, or Whole Foods, or you can buy them on Immi's website for the same price, although you do get discounts for subscriptions or if you order in bulk. Now, I chose this one variety from my local Wegmans for review because I like garlic chicken flavor, but they do also make stuff like spicy beef, tom yum, and even tonkotsu. I'm going into this with an open mind, I swear, but even with their website discounts, the pricing is steep. They have a competitor called Vite Ramen that offers double this portion size for the same price. So my goal here with Immi is to let you know not only if this is tasty, but is it tasty enough to justify the cost in addition to the supposed nutritional benefits. So let's check out those nutritional benefits and then we'll open this up. Usually I only highlight the sodium, but if you are the target demographic for this product, you care about the other stuff that's in this. So here we go. You've got 310 calories, 14 grams of fat, 880 milligrams of sodium, 24 grams of carbs, 18 of which are dietary fiber, with 1 gram of sugar and 22 grams of protein. Are those numbers good? I have no idea, but compared to my usual assortment of product reviews, the sodium is on the mid to low end, the protein is really high, and the net carbs are also comparatively high. So make of those numbers what you will. All right, so inside the pouch is actually attached to the noodles with a clear piece of tape. So we've got a block of the reinvented ramen noodles and a soup base. Now the noodles may look like a strange color. That's because they're made from pumpkin seed protein and wheat. I don't know if they got the taste to a neutral point or if it still tastes like pumpkin seeds, and we'll find out in the review. But I'm actually going to pop these open and smell them. It smells just like plain old wheat noodles, for what that's worth. The soup base has a combination of yeast extract, soybeans, garlic, black garlic, onion powder, coconut milk, lots of different oils, and other unspecified spices. And those of you who are super concerned about palm oil should know that this does contain palm oil, but Immi says that it is sustainably sourced. So let me go cook these and we'll see what we've got here. All right, and here we go. And I just want to say that cooking this on a stovetop is not really fast or convenient. So in that regard, it's not going to replace your 3 to 5 minute cheaper ramen products. These pumpkin seed noodles need 6 to 8 minutes to cook in 2 cups of water, but then you have to use only 1 cup of the cooking water to leave in the pot for the broth. And yes, you specifically use the cooking water because I'm going to guess the residue from the noodles is part of the flavor and nutrients. So here this is with 1 cup of that water remaining. And now the broth powder is going to get stirred in. Very garlicky broth. Honestly, a little bit on the bitter side from an aroma perspective, but maybe it'll all come together. So while I'm stirring this up, I should say that Immi claims in their FAQ that the extra protein and fiber in these noodles will make you feel full despite the small portion size, because this is a small portion size for $6. I was actually going to film 2 videos today, but to test out that claim about being full fairly, I will eat only this for my lunch and let you know how full I feel in a few hours when I do the pros and cons section of the video. Anyway, the powder looks pretty well dissolved. Smells pretty garlicky. The water has taken off some of that bitter aroma that I got out of the pack. So, not a bad smell. Time to go for it. Okay, I have a lot of thoughts about this. I'll start with the spiciness score first because that's easy to get out of the way. The bulk of this review is going to be about the noodles and the flavor, so the spiciness is a 0. There's no spiciness in this at all. Let's talk about these pumpkin seed noodles, which, by the way, I don't know if you could tell, they're really clumpy. They don't separate very well, which I hate. These noodles have a reputation for their texture that I'm already aware of, so I cooked them for the full 8 minutes in the hopes that maybe that reputation was not entirely accurate. And holy shit, these are terrible. Somehow Immi has figured out a way to combine the texture of rubber with the flavor of cardboard. Like, I like firm, bouncy noodles as much as the next person, but between the flavor and the texture, these are practically inedible. The flavor is distractingly weird, a little nutty, a little cardboardy. It clashes terribly with the broth. If this is the taste of healthy ramen, I don't want any part out of it. 0 out of 10 for the noodles. These are probably the worst noodles I've had on this channel. Absolutely horrendous. Let's talk about the broth flavor, because maybe you're wondering if somehow the black garlic artificial chicken flavor can make or break these noodles. No, it's not bad. You can see it's got a decently oily finish. The garlic flavor is pronounced and pretty good. The chicken flavor is way off base. It doesn't taste remotely like chicken. It tastes like yeast and soybeans. The consistency of the broth is okay. I'll give it credit for that. But regardless of how tasty the broth is or isn't, I just can't get past the way the noodles taste in the broth. On top of that, you may have noticed that there's not a trace of vegetables in this to maybe slightly justify the price tag a little better. Like, I get it, Immi, your noodles and broth have all the nutrition you could pack into them, but freeze-dried vegetables are also nutritious and cheap and would make me feel a little better about the $6. Like, this is so bare bones. That's a complaint I've had with other premium ramen, but it seems to me in this case that if you're actively advertising something healthier than your average ramen, it should have some healthy vegetables. Like, even instant lunch comes with peas and carrots. So as an overall score, if this were a void where prices didn't matter, I'd probably give this a 2 or 2.5 out of 10 because I hate the noodles, but I'm okay with the flavor of the broth. But in today's world, the high price tag, the lack of garnishes, weird noodles, this is a 0 out of 10. I can't get behind these noodles, especially at this price point. This is disappointing in so many regards. There's a very specific customer that this is made for. Someone who is counting their nutrients, who can afford $6 per pack, who is satisfied with this bare bones presentation, who is willing to add in the extra cost of additional toppings to make this a meal, and who can tolerate these god-awful noodles. If that's you, congratulations. Here is Immi ready to take your money in exchange for this tiny serving of ramen. You could also spend that $6 on a bougie pack of imported ramen from Japan, or on a package of Ramen Talk that comes with all the meat and vegetables that they show on their packaging. It wouldn't be nutritious, but it would taste good, and it would justify the price tag. Maybe if you only eat ramen once a week and want to make it extra nutritious, I could see how $6 could be justifiable. But for me, the noodles are lousy, the flavor is fine, none of that makes for $6 a pack fine. You can probably get creative and accomplish the same nutritional levels with a much cheaper pack of ramen, like by adding some powdered bone broth for the protein, your own vegetables for vitamins and fiber, you know, that kind of stuff. Then there's the 8-minute cooking time on top of the price tag and the lack of toppings. I just feel like this crosses into the realm of gimmicky health food without justifying its price, especially when grocery prices are already high. You know what? I've got a little time left in my lunch break. I feel a rant coming on. Let me go collect my thoughts for a minute. Okay, thoughts collected. I want to mention first that every time I see an ad for immi on Facebook, whoever runs their account posts the same copy and paste reply as the first comment. And the gist of that is that they know these are expensive, but it's justified in the ingredients and operating costs and their current ability to scale. But they also want to say that they want immi to be a healthy daily meal for everyone. So as soon as they get their costs down, they're going to pass on savings to their customers. Well, I did some research about all that before filming this. And now that I know how lousy these taste, I'm going to get into what I learned. Immi has been around since 2019, and it's always been this expensive. They have raised almost $14 million over the course of 2 funding rounds since their inception, in addition to an undisclosed amount of non-equity assistance back in 2016. $14 million, and they still can't get this price under $6? Their vision just doesn't jive with their pricing. This price point locks out lower income families from buying this product, which then contributes to the vicious cycle of healthy food being too expensive for lower income families. And you can't say that you're an advocate for people who need healthy food and then price them right the f*** out of being able to afford it. Like, come on. A huge chunk of immi's target demographic, like anyone on a serious budget who is forced to buy less healthy food so they don't go broke, they're gonna look at immi on the shelf next to Top Ramen and just buy the f***ing Top Ramen. Like, look, I can't pretend to know the intricacies of immi's business, but it just doesn't make sense at this price. And now after having tasted this, for me, at best it seems gimmicky, and at worst it seems scammy, in my opinion. I can't believe its investors tasted this and were like, yeah, let's go with that. Good shit. Let me summarize this whole rant. If this specific product fills a void in your diet that nothing else can, and you can afford it, nothing I can say will stop you from buying it. But for everyone else, do not let your curiosity get the best of you. Just buy something else and jazz it up until it fits your nutritional needs. I guess there's always a chance that one of immi's other broth flavors will knock my socks off, but I'll be damned if I pay another $6 for these noodles. All right, so that's enough talking. Let me know in the comments if you tried immi ramen and what you think. Am I way off base? Am I being too cruel? If you have a strong positive feeling about any of their other varieties, let me know and I will consider a review. But in the meantime, I will be checking out some decidedly less healthy ramen in the next episode, so please come back for that. Either way, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you'll join me in the future here on Noodle Journey.